Okay, let's read it with me. Compressibility in relation to pressure depletion. So during pressure depletion operation, during production, okay, pressure will deplete or pressure will be depleted, pressure will be decreased, the internal pore pressure decreases. And therefore the effective and the net overburden pressure increases, right? Because when we do production, of course this term fluid pressure will decrease. And because fluid pressure becomes smaller and smaller, net overburden pressure will increase. Because here fluid pressure will always decrease during production. Pressure depletion will increase causes. Sorry, this increase causes the following effect. Okay, so there will be two effects coming from pressure depletion. The first one is the bulk volume of the rock is reduced. Okay, the bulk volume of the reservoir rock is reduced. This is due to bulk rock deformation or grain realignment. And also sand grains within the pore spaces will expand. Okay, so because the pressure decrease, tekanan turun, sand grain or rock grain will expand because of the pressure being decreased, tekanan turun, batuan akan mengembang, akan ekspansi karena tekanan turun. Tapi this one bulk volume ya, secara bulk, secara keseluruhan, volume dari reservoir rock akan mengecil ketika tekanan turun. Okay, the bulk volume will be reduced due to bulk rock deformation or grain realignment. Okay, these two volume changes tend to reduce the pore spaces and therefore the porosity of the rock. So the porosity of the reservoir, porosity of the rock will be reduced, will decrease as the reservoir pressure decreases. Often this data exhibit relationship between porosity and effective overburden pressure. Compressibility typically decreases with increasing porosity and effective overburden pressure. If you have higher porosity, increased porosity, the compressibility will be smaller. Compressibility typically decreases with increasing porosity and effective overburden pressure. Permeability generally shows a much greater reduction than porosity when net overburden pressure increases. So if the fluid pressure decrease, right? If the fluid pressure decrease because of production, net overburden pressure will increase. Okay. And if the net overburden pressure increase, permeability will be reduced more significantly than the reduction of the porosity. Oke, jadi permeability akan jauh lebih cenderung untuk mengecil dibandingkan porosity ketika net overburden pressure increase. And untuk statement yang ini, compressibility biasanya menurun ketika kita if the porosity naik dan effective overburden pressure juga naik. Okay. And according to Gersma, there are three different types of compressibility that must be distinguished in the rock, and we will talk about that later. Okay, now we will do some simple calculation. So this is just for example. So if you have reservoir located at 10,000 feet, yeah, 10,000 feet deep, then if you have gradient of 1 psi per foot, the overburden pressure is 10,000 psi. If the initial reservoir pressure is 5,000 psi, then the net overburden pressure is 10,000 minus 5,000, which is 5,000 psi. If the reservoir pressure has been depleted to 1,000, now the net overburden pressure will of course increase. 10,000 minus 1,000, the net overburden pressure now is 9,000. So the NOBP, net overburden pressure, will of course increase if the reservoir pressure decrease. This change in this change in rock bearing stress will result in loss of pore volume. If the reservoir pressure decreased, reservoir pressure has been depleted, net overburden pressure will increase, and it will compress the reservoir. It will increase the compressive force against the reservoir so that the pore volume will be decreased. Ya, karena ketika NOBP naik, reservoir itu akan semakin terkompres oleh beban di atasnya, oleh overburden stress, jadi akan terjadi penurunan pore volume.